Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Vobes One-Eyed Kenobi Showbie with me, the lovely Julia.
And me, the lovely Vobes One-Eyed Kenobi himself.
And it's very nice to know that there is apparently a TV series called Obi-Wan Kenobi on some channel. I don't know which it was, but I heard it on the news. And I thought, I didn't know I had a television series.
I didn't know you had a television series.
I don't know whether it's on Netflix, Disney+, the BBC, Al Jazeera, How's Your Father, or any of those.
Or any of those.
But that is it. Tonight is Monday phone-in night tonight. 07934746790. Whatever's on your mind, give us a call. We want to hear from you. The number again, 07934746790. But don't call quite yet because the phones aren't live. We've got to go and see if the old grey whistle test thingy is up the right way round. What's it called? The sand timer of life. There it is, waiting for the lovely Julia to place her hands upon the sand timer of life and give it 60 minutes of pure gravity-fed falling motion.
Gravity-fed falling motion?
That is what it's doing. How are you, Julia?
I'm all good, thank you very much. And how are you, lovely Richard?
Well, I'm very well. I've been out flying the old drone, don't you know?
I do know.
Oh, yes, because you were flying it as well.
Yes, I was.
You had actually a bit of a longer flight than I did.
I did, and I very much appreciate it.
All the way to Japan
and then back again.
And back, yes.
Via the Bermuda Triangle.
It was very nice. We disappeared it for a few days, but we have now since found it. It's come back as a jumbo jet. Never mind. It still operates to the controls, so that's
handy.
All good. Joanna Jones is out there, says, Julia, you look stunning. Love the dress. We do.
Thank you very much.
Never mind the dress. You should see the shoes. We don't have shoe cam on at the moment, but the shoes are rather spectacular.
My feet are not summer ready, and these are open toes.
Oh, they're not.
I'm wearing them for the feel of it.
Yes, the feel. We all like the feel.
Makes one. I was going to say makes one stand up straighter, but I'm not standing.
No, good. I'm very pleased to hear it. Otherwise, it would make me look like a giant if you were standing now.
It would.
Yeah. Anyway, so here we are, back on a Monday. Hope you enjoyed the Saturday matinee. The old Vobes One-Eyed Kenobi Showbie with the Bald Explorer out there doing a camp out. That was rather fun, wasn't it?
That was fun.
That wonderful sunrise.
Not that I camped out.
No, you came to visit though, and we had a lovely meal with old Nigel Sadler and Richard Suggett.
Yep.
We are waiting for Richard Suggett's version of that event to come out. He was actually doing some vlogging, but I haven't seen it come out, so
no,
bit of a
not
shame.
as yet.
But Nigel seems.
Haven't seen the walks videos from the walks yet.
No, I know.
Have we?
They're also behind. But maybe it's just the way they walk. Anyway, we want to hear from you this evening. Everybody's telling me that we are in a life crisis at the moment, cost of living crisis. I want to know, is it affecting you? I went to fill up with diesel today at Sainsbury's and it was 179.9. I mean, that's 180. £1.80. I mean, you could actually put petrol onto a Petri dish and watch it evaporate for less money. It just seems absolutely hysterical how much it is.
Astronomical.
So I don't know how far the old Baltic Explorer is. It's all very well having this van, and Tim's doing his van conversion, but how does anyone afford ever to go anywhere? It's a totally ridiculous situation.
Ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And Torpod Rog is saying that the sunrise looked stunning. The sunset looked more stunning because it had those rays obscured and created by the clouds. You got a nice picture, didn't you?
I did.
Did you put it on the Book of Faces?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big, like almost cartoon rays.
It was cartoon rays. It was that sort of 1930s Art Deco rays that you see sometimes. Not a block of flats. That's a 1930s Art Deco rise. Slightly different thing. Conor McLeod says 1.68 at his local Tesco's. Should have gone to Tesco's. Every little helps. I suppose that's because he's right up north in Cumbria, in Carlisle, and I guess it's a hell of a lot cheaper because it's nearer to the refinery up there, isn't it? I imagine. Isn't that where the refinery is, up near you? Northumberland, Carlisle, all that sort of area. Anna Jones says Julia is looking very Chelsea flower tonight. That's very nice. Chelsea flower. I don't know what that means, but it sounds...
Chelsea flowery.
Yeah.
Chelsea Flower Show?
As in the Chelsea Flower Show. When is the Chelsea Flower Show on? Presumably when flowers come out, which must be soonish.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been out for a while, haven't they? After all, snowdrops come out in January.
Yeah.
Good old drops of snow. Steve Mitchell says £1.90 in Pease Pottage. Yes, that's the service station, so you're bound to be paying more at Pease Pottage. TurboStream says my Scotland tour cost £320 in diesel for 1,400 miles. I don't know how people afford it now. It's just astronomical. It seems rather expensive, but there we are. What do you do about it?
Ron Langley says if it goes up to £2, there will still be loads of cars on the road. Yeah, there will.
Well, there will still. I mean, you know, we're all kind of forced into paying it. If people who have to go to work. But the thing is, it's going to reflect everything. Everything you buy, whether you think you're buying a super deal on eBay, then you'll find out how much the cost of delivery is. £452,967 and threepence halfpenny is the normal standard price now. And everything, food is going to cost more because of the delivery to get it to places. The Archdeacon of Westminster, he'll probably cost you more if you had to have him shipped about and put into your front room instead of a television, which is an advisable situation to be in.
Paul Carl Griffin says, love my bus pass.
Yes, I love your bus pass. Oh, sorry, your bus pass. I beg your pardon. He loves his bus pass. I love watching buses go past. Fortunately, where I live, the only buses we see in my road is the train bus replacement therapy.
Therapy?
Yeah, so if you don't like going on a train, you can have train bus replacement therapy, and it's quite rewarding. The thing that we used to get here, we don't get it anymore, and not for like 20 or 30 years. The Carnival, Worthing Carnival. When was the last time? It's another little institution, something that went on in the past that's been sliced away.
Slowly cut out, hasn't it?
Yeah. Who has a carnival in their town? If you live in Bridgewater, in Somerset, that's very big, apparently, the carnival. They work on it all year round, and it's still a big thing. But do you have a carnival where you live, or just carnivores? There's a lot of those around.
We used to have the carnival in Titchfield. I used to love it.
Yeah. What did you ever? Were you ever on a float?
No, I don't think I ever actually was on a float. I did walk along with the carnival.
I used to do loads of carnivals as an entertainer. I would be employed at an event by some district council, and then after entertaining the kiddies and the adults and the people who wished they were kiddies and adults, then we would often, the unicyclists and things, we would go in front leading the carnival around, either at the beginning or we would be the stragglers at the back. Going with our whistles and flutes and juggling things, going, are you enjoying the carnival? It's a lovely carnival, it's lovely, isn't it lovely? Good game, all right, let's go to the pub then. 4 pints for me, 2 pints for you. Good game, guzzle, guzzle, guzzle. That's the kind of thing that we did.
Steve Mitchell says we've got a carnival in East Preston soon.
Oh,
That might be fun.
well, there we are. At least that's still going. I do remember, because we used to be able to watch it from this very window, not the window that you're looking at, and I can't show you because the camera's facing the wrong way. It's facing the. There it is. Look, it's had a drunken slur. Then you used to look out onto the street and you could see it. Now, somebody in the long distance past sent me some pictures from about the 1920s of my house during Carnival week, and the carnival's going past and you can just see my house from the 1920s. Yes. Beautiful, lovely 4K colour photographs on a drone shot. It was it was all black and white on a Hasselblad.
I was about to just nod then I was like, hey.
Accident at Chelsea Flower Show today, says Sean James, when a visitor fell headfirst into a large water feature. She was saved by Ainsley Harriott. In other news, Challenge Annika is coming back to the television.
Oh, wow.
Is it really? Alex, she can't be. I mean, I've met Annika Rice. She's very frail, I would have said. Now, I met her about 10 years ago.
James Nye says it was his sister, like Ainsley Harriott's sister, that fell in and hurt herself.
Oh, I see. Oh, it was Ainsley, and Ainsley Harriott rescued her. There's not much of a story then, really, is it?
Not really.
No.
Celebrity sister falls in something.
Yeah, celebrity sister.
Pulls him out.
Somewhat drunk, probably. Drunk from drinking the water, the flower water. If you've ever had flower water, mix flour and water, you get this sticky paste, don't you? Let's face it. Yeah. My mum used to say it was made of perfect glue back in the day. I don't know what day. We do have videos.
We do. Excellent. Yes, Can I just say, Tim Tricker says I was part of the Carnival committee when I lived in Stony Stanton.
Oh, and did you sit there in stony silence as Stony Stanton, or what did you do on the committee? That's what I want to know. Were you committed to the committee, or was the committee sitting, taking notes, having a committee meeting on a float? That would have been very funny. I would like to have seen a long table with the committee sitting around going, and I second that, you third it, I third it, I fourth it.
Yeah, being towed around the village.
Towed around the village permanently for 365 days of the year, having cabbages thrown at them. It's always a bit of a laugh.
Excellent.
Sean O'Brien says KSI is funny. I'm not quite sure what KSI is, but it is funny, apparently. And Joanna Jones, I once saw Annika Rice in Tunbridge Wells. Oh, that's very nice of you.
Lynn B says that Joanna Jones, you saw some famous people on Sunday too.
Who was that on Sunday?
You and I.
What, on Sunday?
You, myself, she saw on Sunday, yes.
Where did she see?
When we were standing in between the 2 lanes of traffic, the 4 lanes of traffic rather.
I can't even remember where
we were crossing the road.
What town were we in?
Worthing. On our way back from the pier.
Oh, right. Who were we talking to people?
We talked to a fellow who said, Richard, I went to school with you. And you went,
oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and Joanna Jones saw us then.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, I vaguely remember it.
She was in a car driving past.
Oh, yes, that's right. And you said it was Joanna Jones, did you? Did I know that? Am I just being told something? I don't know whether I'm supposed to know this or not.
I'm telling you now.
Oh, I see.
Air.
Oh, and that was Joanna Jones. Why didn't you screech to a halt and cause an accident, Joanna, and come out and give us a big snog? That's what I want to know.
She says, yes, that's right, Julia. We were driving past in the car.
Yes. And you just deemed to keep going. Probably is that the car that went, oh my God? Did you hear them go, oh my God, screech of accelerator, vroom, vroom, like that. And it was like, get out of here quick.
So here's a belated, hi!
Hi! Oh, get your exhaust sorted out.
Didn't like eating that dust.
No, didn't like eating that. Ron Langley says there are no floats this year in the carnival because they can't afford the diesel. Yeah, not at all surprised. So maybe they should
back
just
to horse and carriage?
Push them. Yes. That would be much nicer though, wouldn't it? If you just see a big bunch of burly women stripped to the waist pushing the floats whilst some thin, scrawny blokes in 2-piece camels are sitting there doing some waving like they do on. I've got a very strange mind. I don't know where I got. Yes, it's.
Never would have known.
You would never have guessed
Would
that.
you?
Would you?
Would you?
No. Shall we watch a video?
Yes.
Then we'll
please.
take a phone call and see if anybody wants to give us a call on the number that's on the screen, which isn't 9233 784 810. That's a different number.
Completely.
So here we are, somebody who's got his own YouTube channel and is causing absolute stir with his unboxing and getting presents and all sorts of stuff appropriate to his age. Bernie sent in a video wanting to know if people would be interested in Oscar, that's his grandson's latest caper, and his most recent delivery. And we said, yes, we bloody well do want to see it. Oscar, what you got there then, mate?
Hello everyone, today I want to show you, if you haven't seen, 2 new tool kits called the Henry Pro Kit and a Henry Car Kit. When we open a box, first what you get, what we got is this Henry Pro Kit. This is one that comes with guys. Very handy. So first you get a Henry Pro Kit, and then lastly we've got a car care kit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There will be an unboxing video coming up. Bye!
Goodbye.
Bye.
Will the
Oh.
unboxing video be on Boxing Day? That's brilliant. I think if you had, no doubt, Oscar's got his own YouTube channel, and within minutes he'll have 452,968 subscribers, quicker than we've ever managed to get, because he's a cute chappy. Bernie, thank you so much.
Lovely
that was
cute chappy.
lovely.
Thank
And
you for sending it in.
it's so nice to see that his new profession of caring for the car with all that lovely little Henry car vacuum professional cleaning equipment is, that's I assume what it was.
My car needs a clean.
Yeah, well, get Oscar in. He's only $658. He's a bargain. He's a bargain. There we are. David Vad says, not strange at all, Richard. Not, oh, what, me? I'm not
Your
strange.
mind.
My mind's not strange. No. That if you tune into my mind and you're on the same level, we're both perfectly weird. Flappy Goose says, I had to turn the volume up so I can hear you over the thunderstorm.
Oh, wow. In Essex.
Blimey, is there a thunderstorm in Essex?
Apparently so.
Let's hope it's not
Apparently-
coming our way.
Apparently it was raining in London as well.
Raining
when
in
it
we
started. Is it still raining in London?
we had
Sean?
sunshine, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. We-
Shining down on the house even now, kind of as the sun dips away.
Absolutely. Shall we see if anybody wants to give us a call? You are very welcome to ring. Give us a moment to turn the phone on, if I can remember to. Don't do it yet. Hang on. I know people are keen, but just give me a chance to turn it on. I'll let you know when it's on. I believe in Santa Claus, but the telephone is now.
I believe in miracles.
I believe it's on. So you're welcome. 0793 474 6790. Are you affected? That's the question I want to know. By the cost of living. Are you affected by the Vobes Show and the cost of living crisis? Are you struggling? Are you having problems with your fish? Output choose method. What? Hang on a minute. Oh God.
Craziness going on the phone. It's
Sorry, this phone. It was a gift to the show, and it's a lovely gift, but it's the most complicated phone. If only somebody had sent me an Android phone, it would be so much easier. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello, Zane.
Hello, Zane. How are you? Are you affected by the cost of living crisis, Zane?
No.
What's on your mind, then?
I went to the football yesterday.
No, really? You went to the football?
Excuse
What did
me
you
while
see?
I die a little bit inside.
Yes. What did you see at the football?
Football players.
Really? That's interesting.
Did you see a football?
Of course I did, yes.
And did they
I know,
kick
stupid
it?
question. Stupid answer.
Anything else going on in your life? You rung in the show. We're talking about whether you're suffering from the cost of living or anything. Have you been to a carnival recently?
No.
No.
Have you ever been to a carnival?
I don't think so.
No.
no,
well,
you would
that's
know if
interesting.
you
You
had.
would know.
Have you been to a fun fair? Surely you've been to a fun fair, though.
Yes.
Excellent. Well,
Anything else on yes? What was it like? Was it fun?
It was so fun and exciting.
But was
what's
it
your
fair?
What's your favourite ride?
The merry-go-round.
Merry-go-round.
Not the Dodgems.
No.
Not the
I love
deep,
the
not the
Dodgems.
big wheel where you've plunged to your death if you're, not terribly.
Ferris wheel.
And I also like the bumper cars.
Ah, yeah. Did you get bumped?
A couple of times.
Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? To be honest, I went on the bumper cars once and somebody came up the back, rammed me. I got out, demanded to see their insurance, and I took their number. They seemed very perplexed. He said that was the point of the exercise. I said, not from where I come from. If you did that on the main road, you'd be bloody arrested. And he was. They had to sling me off for some reason. They said I wasn't really into the spirit of the thing, apparently. But there
Strange
you
that.
are. What else has been oh, crikey, what?
And I also went boating yesterday.
Boating. Oh, now you're interested. Now you're talking. Now
That's
you've
it.
become interested. When you talk about football, Zane,
We both kind of glaze over.
we're not into football, so never mention that again, or a 10-ton weight will fall on your head. But if you talk about boating, that's different.
We're all ears.
Tell us
Well, actually,
about.
we've got 2 ears each.
Yeah.
But,
Tell us about the boating, Zane.
I went with my mates and we went and...
Was it
And
on a lake
all
or
your
the
mates,
sea?
all your mates, and
And we went on a petrol boat.
Ooh.
And
I hope
And
it didn't
they were-
catch fire. You went on a petrol boat. Oh my God, is that inflammable?
I don't know.
None of your mates were smoking, were they? Do they smoke?
No.
No, that's all right, because, if you're on a petrol boat,
But were you on a river, or were you on or a lake, or were you on the sea?
I think I was on the lake.
you think.
Yeah.
Paint the picture for it. We're going to sit back whilst you paint the picture. Tell us in glorious Technicolor all about this wonderful boating trip.
And we went to go and get ice cream.
Right, so you...
That's good.
Thanks for painting the picture
Did
there.
you enjoy your boat ride?
Yes, I did.
Was
What-
it quite fast?
Yeah.
What kind of boat was it?
Pardon?
Don't worry. Thank you very much, Zane. We've got to move on. Things to do, people to see, phone calls to make, letters to do, and all that kind of stuff. Lovely to talk to you.
Absolutely lovely to hear from you.
Catch up with you soon, Zane.
Take care, lovely.
Bye.
Bye.
If you can actually have a conversation with us, that would help. I'm sorry to be a bit obtuse, and I'm sure I'll get plenty of emails saying, you can't talk to people like that. There we are. We have another phone call. Let's see if there's coherent. See, my problem is I can't answer the sodding phone. Right, here we go. Let's try this one. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Sean from London.
Sean from London.
Sean from London.
Coherent Sean. Did you go on a boat?
No.
Paint the
But
picture for me. I just want to
Listen.
paint me a picture of a boat. Just give me, because we were down that alley now. I want to know.
No, I couldn't. I couldn't go on a boat because there was one in the middle of the lake. It was on fire.
Oh my God.
There was too much petrol in there.
Oh yes, I'm not surprised. And there was kids on there smoking, pretending not to smoke. And they set the
Well, if
place
you
on
would
fire.
make a boat out of jellified fuel,
Jellified fuel. I've never heard of that. Try putting jelly in your tank. So anyway, what can we do for you, Sean?
The cost of living
Yes.
is already starting to bite.
Telling me it's starting to bite.
On the allotment site that I'm on,
Yeah.
we are now having to lock the gates every single time
Oh, because people are nicking the veg.
because people are coming in and they don't know when veg needs to be picked, so they're just picking it.
They're just picking it willy-nilly.
So we're now talking about having a 24-hour patrol.
You need security cameras on there, don't you?
We do. And they're also taking, like, the canes as well. So they're taking the equipment. Like,
The canes.
Yeah.
You're not taking the Michael, are you?
no, they're taking the
Or the
canes,
Lindas.
the watering cans.
What?
Taking the
Everything.
Linda.
The Linda canes. Oh yes, the Linda canes. Sorry, that was very good. The watering can. You had somebody. You showed me a clip on your security camera that you have in your greenhouse. That somebody came in and nicked your watering can,
What?
Yes. And we're still trying to get to the bottom of who it is.
and you didn't know who he was.
Well, no, I've never seen this person. Now, I don't like to use chemicals.
No.
But in the greenhouse, I did think I will have a go at some in the greenhouse because the weeds were quite bad there. because I thought it's a controlled environment.
And it's your first
So I
season
used-
there, isn't it? It's your first time in that, so you want to get
Yes.
it clean. I can understand that.
So I used a watering can,
Yeah.
and what this guy didn't know when he pinched it is if he's just watered his plot, then he's just killed everything.
Excellent, that's what you want. So there's a tip for all you gardeners. Leave a watering can full of bleach outside and let people fill it up with water and go and water their plants. As
They
long as
won't come back. They won't come back again.
No, as long as they don't think, oh, I'll just do Sean a favour and water his plants, because they look at it a bit
Maybe-
and suddenly they'll die.
Maybe you need to put signs up saying the veg is not ready to be picked yet. Don't waste your time and hours.
Yeah, maybe you should say veg is only ready in January. And then
Well-
they'll
in
come
neon,
back. Yeah.
veg not ready.
Yeah.
Do not harvest.
There was a case many years ago that I sent to one of my allotment neighbours. If you want some tomatoes, they're in the greenhouse. And she went in and she took every single one. And the next year, she did the same thing without being asked. And the only way I could stop her was to put a whiteboard inside with the words, "Don't forget, Sean, you've sprayed these, so don't eat them for 28 days."
Oh yeah.
But I didn't put a date.
And did it work?
Yes, they stayed.
Yes, that's right.
Funny that.
Yeah. Don't forget, Sean, I've filled the greenhouse with poisonous gas. It's full of monkeypox. That apparently is the word of the I don't know. I don't listen to the news very much these days because it's all depressing, and I don't really want to know what's going on because it brings my mood down. And my
But
mood's...
apparently, some country in the world has already brought in the lockdown.
Oh, that's great. Monkeypox, but apparently monkeypox has been around for donkey's years, and it's not a new thing. We've never done anything about it. I mean, people have been turning into monkeys for a long time. You only have to look at the state of the youth of today, and many of them behave like monkeys. Actually, many adults behave like, in fact, a lot of people behave like monkeys. But whereas monkeys are behaving more and more like humans. They're much
But
more
I just think,
sophisticated.
what is the world starting to come to if I need to put a lock on the greenhouse? So if I was you, I'd make sure that back door is secured. Because if they find out in Worthing you've got potatoes, they'll be in there like flint.
I don't want anyone trying to get my potatoes out of my back door, thank you very much. That would be very painful.
They'll be there.
Won't be able to
tickling
sit
your
down for
sons.
weeks. The worry of it. Anyway, listen, Sean, better move on. Thank you for that.
All the best. Bye
Take
for
care.
now.
Bye-bye. There we are. Sean, James and Cameron.
Bye.
Intelligent conversation. And we'd love to hear from you. But we've got another video, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Thank you very much for bringing all the comments to us. We do read every single one, but we can't return them unless you put them on a £5 note, which would be absolutely fantabadoozy.
David Vad said about monkeypox, it's been around for monkeys' years.
Aha, yes. It's when you get donkeys, that's when you've got to worry about.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. There we are.
Hello,
Just
hello,
as we were. That's... Why can't I... Sorry, I am trying to answer the phone.
Hello? You're calling the Vobes Show. Who should I say is calling?
Hello, Julia Vobes Show.
Hello. How are you, Terry?
It's not profane, Zane, or...
Terry
It's,
Banton.
Yes, that's right. Just a quickie.
Nice.
I mean, before you show my video or not.
We've got two videos from you. We've got the second half of your plot.
Yeah, one was more interesting than the other. But
I don't know which one.
Talking about allotments, I had a friend who used to try and grow raspberries, soft fruit. And it's the birds that nicked produce.
It's the birds that did it.
Yeah, he put all these expensive nets around, and then the rabbits came in, fighting their way on the lower end of the nets, and the birds found their way in. So
Seems a very tricky thing, this allotment game. I don't know why people bother to do it. You can nip into Sainsbury's or Tesco's or any other supermarket is available. They seem to manage it. How come that they manage it? Is it because they're using pesticides and all of that, even though they say they don't?
well, it's a bit like pick your own, isn't it? So high down. I think
Oh
it's
yeah,
not far
yeah,
from-
yeah. Been to that
that's
one.
right. Yeah, I've tried it. Yeah, pick your own strawberries. What they do is they inflate the prices, I think, per kilo or pound or whatever.
Well, they
Because
know
they
that
know-
you're going to eat them all before you get to the weighing scale.
Exactly, and then people start throwing up.
I've thought of a different venture. I'm sure people will get up for this. I'm going to go at one of these open places like these farm things on a whole load of sticks. I'm going to put a whole load of noses. I'm going to call that pick your own. People can come and they could go on trains and get on the bogies. Anyway, never mind all that.
Anyway, I suggest you try some runner beans.
Yeah,
because they grow up rather naturally.
Yes.
Vertically.
And
the birds don't tend to like them too much.
Oh, don't they?
That's right.
I suppose they can't get into the little furry jackets, like broad beans. They've got those little somewhat hairy jackets. That must help. Although they can often mistake that for very long stationary caterpillars. Not quite the same when you try to unzip a caterpillar and find there's no beans inside. Yeah,
when I was a youngster, I used to help my grandma shell peas. The old pea pods. You just crack them open and...
Yeah.
It's none of this Bird's Eye or other brands frozen stuff that you get in supermarkets.
No.
Dare I say it, Iceland? And
dare you say that? Go on, I dare you.
No, Iceland. No, Iceland is in the country. Anyway, cheers. I'll have to say goodbye.
Righto, Terry. Lovely to hear from you. We're going to play your video next anyway, so we'll see.
Oh dear.
See
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.
There we are. Terry Banton there. Talking of which, he is down. This is the second half of his allotment plot. You may remember in Friday's show, he was telling us how he had gone in and bought many, many things to take to his allotment plot. Let's find out how his allotment plot went on.
Hello, everyone.
That's not Terry. By the way, that was little Oscar.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Bless him.
Bless
So
his little.
cute.
He's so cute.
Do one more time.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, little Oscar. This is Terry, however, equally cute. I think you'll find.
So, part 2, viewers, of my exploits in planting a potato. Well, I went down to my local supermarket and found myself a potato. I'm not sure it's got any chits on it, but anyway, there we are. I've already, oh dear, I need to peel it first, don't I? Anyway, I have a pre-prepared hole, so I just pop it in and cover it over and give it some water. I didn't have to buy a teapot, thank goodness. And finally, I have something to ward off the local cats, because they have a habit of going into virgin soil and digging it up for their business. So there we are. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.
And there it is. That's his allotment. The wonky house on there. Oh, and there's the teapot and the television. That's marvellous. There we are.
And the kneeler, the kneeling pad.
The kneeling pad. Yes, you always need your kneeling pad. Isn't that right?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Marvellous. Good old young Oscar there. We've got a couple more videos coming in, but we can take another phone call. Ian McCagan says that he once worked for a client who had his patio nicked. It's like if it's not nailed down, although it could even be nailed down, it will get stolen.
Have we got any ladies who'd like to call in today?
We want ladies calling in on 07934746790. Give us a call, ladies, and tell us if the cost of living or anything else is affecting you at the moment. We would love to hear your thing. Don't be shy, by the way, because the lovely Julia will answer the call and talk to you in a smooth, seductive tone, whereas me, I will just be my obnoxious gruff.
To you, won't they?
I'm sure they're much. No, they don't want to. If they wanted to talk to me, they would have rung in years ago. But they have the opportunity to have a chat with the lovely Julia. Apparently, gnomes are trendy for stealing.
Oh, really?
I don't know. There was a phase. I don't know if you can still get them. Gnomes that were really large, about 3 foot high. Have you seen these ones?
I've seen some large ones, but not 3 foot.
I know they were massive, great big things. Huge and completely uninvited. Let's find out who this caller is.
Hello, caller.
It's Alison O'Brien.
Alison! Yes!
Hello.
Thank you so much for calling in. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, thank you. Thank you very much, yeah.
Excellent. How are your guinea pigs? It is you that have guinea
they're
pigs.
lovely. Yeah, I should be doing a video. Yeah, I mean they're just totally lovely, really. I need to do like sort of them squeaking and whatnot, really, But
they make the most amazing noises.
Yeah, they're just lovely, aren't they? Really, I just love guinea pigs, and then always and they say that they're they sort of interact, I don't know, with humans, and they
do.
sort of like, obviously like it, really, but.
Is it 4 you've
but
got?
No, I've only got three
Only
guinea pigs.
Oh.
She ate the other one. She ate the
Shut
fourth.
up.
It's lovely on toast.
Ignore him.
Guinea pigs on toast. I don't know about that. I like cheese on toast.
All
Cheese
right,
on
fair
toast is much nicer. Especially with some ham and you toast it in a machine.
Yeah, that's a pig. Pig on toast.
Yeah, pig on toast.
Yeah.
Fair one.
You say about the cost of living. I mean, I don't feel it's affecting me really.
You're a multi-millionaire, aren't you? Living on your own island, if I remember right.
No,
Is that right?
Chance to be a
I'm
fine
not
thing, eh?
No, I'm not a multi-millionaire really. But the thing is, though, that this cost of living. I mean, is it more like up north really? Because sort of in sort of round our, where obviously where I live, you got places like Iceland and Aldi's and Lidl's, and they're quite cheap, So I can't really understand why there's a problem with this, cost of living, because you can get, pretty good deals, on food, So.
But what you see, the thing that worries me about the food and cheap food is, as food gets cheaper and cheaper, you must ask yourself, what is in it?
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
because if you get these deals on ready meals and things like that, but if it's just the raw ingredients, then that's different, isn't it? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just saying about. Well, I mean, you can get. I mean, I don't know. You can get like. I mean, I tend to buy things like. You can get like chicken. Is it chicken thighs? Frozen chicken thighs, and you can probably get several meals out of it. And,
they're big thighs then, aren't they? I didn't think chicken's thighs were that big that you could get several meals out of it. I mean, that's a big chicken, isn't it?
Well, no, I'm not on about a big chicken. I'm on about you can get these packs of like your 6 or something. I mean, obviously we shop in Sainsbury's, and you could get, because there's only me and my son, so I could probably get 3 meals out of it if I wanted to. There are ways you can sort of like if you want to do a shepherd's pie, I like doing homemade shepherd's pies. So that's literally 2 meals,
Yes.
and things like that, really, But I mean, I wouldn't say but then I tend to just buy what I need to buy. I mean, I still treat myself, and my son likes things.
So what about, instead of food then, Alison O'Brien, I only say that because somebody said who's on the phone, what about when your electricity bill comes in, or gas and all of those things? Are you slightly worried that that's going to be rather huge? Because we're being told that they're going to be absolutely massive.
Well, actually saying that, my gas and electricity, I'm on like a fixed tariff thingy till like March next year, and actually I'm on a smart meter as well, and also because I live in I sort of live in a housing association property, I have solar panels on there. So they've obviously, most of these houses, like affordable houses, they put solar panels on, and affordable living, So in theory, my like I said, I'm fixed, so I'm okay for that. But I mean, I don't know what's going to happen come March. But then my provider has said to me, maybe things might calm down by then, But no, at the moment, I mean, in fact, actually, my bill's lowered. I mean, I was paying £78 a month, and now they brought it down because obviously I've got credit. I'm going to be paying £65 a month. So so basically, I'm sort of, I don't know if I'm quitting, I'm not really, But because I'm on a fixed tariff, and until March. I said I don't know what's going to happen after March. I can't worry about that really.
No, well, it just sounds like you're pretty lucky. Then it seems a housing association with solar panels is the way to go.
Well, yeah, if you can get lucky, really, Like I said, with electricity, I mean, when I first moved in here, 10 years ago. When they said to me, like, you've got solar panels on, and, you're going to save money on your electricity. I mean, you do, though, after, I think you notice it, 5 years down the line. So I moved in this property in 2010. So you say 5 years on from that, I am seeing a difference, So, but yeah, if you can, I mean, I didn't have to put
So
them
it's a
in,
bit. So if you're, so what you're saying is, if you, these solar panels and things, you're going to make a difference 5 years down the line. It's no good now. In the next 5 years, if you've got to pay over £1,000, whatever it is, or 12,000, whatever the you know, the double whatever your normal, you've got to do that for 5 years until you can then.
It's all right if you bought them 5 years ago.
Yeah, if you bought them a
Well, no,
while.
I did. Well, no, the housing association put them in. You know, like I said, they're classed as affordable homes.
Right.
So, but there's
Right.
obviously, so people like myself, you know, it sort of helps with the cost. Like say, when we didn't have the, you know, the crisis we've got now, you know, like back in 2010 when I moved in this property.
Yeah.
But what they say though is that, I mean, I think my housing association is making money their end. I mean, I think they had to take a loan out to put them in. Because I used to keep, you know, asking my provider, well, who's benefiting from this? And you know, obviously the housing association must be benefiting from it somehow. But then at the end of the day, I mean, I am seeing a saving because, like, especially now in the summer, and also because I've got a solar, you know, I've got like one of those smart meters. You know, basically you do actually see what you use. So I think these smart meters are quite good for you.
Well, I don't have a smart meter. I've got a handsome one, but a smart one is a bit scruffy around the edges. I suppose in the winter you can save a hell of a lot by keeping warm by snuggling up to the guinea pigs. Which is always good. We're going to have to move on, I'm afraid,
Yeah,
Alison.
okay, sorry, yeah. Okay,
No,
but
but that's fascinating what you've been telling us about the solar panels and stuff.
Thank you so
Yes,
much for calling
all right.
in.
You take care.
Okay, and yourself. Okay, bye-bye then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There we go. That's Alison O'Brien. Interesting there that housing associates. So in other words, the you know, less money that you have seems to be there is help around for you, which is very nice to know. It's just those of you who don't have any help, you're no help to man or beast. You're going to pay through the nose for everything. But I'll be all right. Don't worry about me. I'll just chop down another tree and burn it on the SE.
I agree with Robert Brailsford, who says, I think new builds should all have solar panels on every home. I think so too, complete with batteries in the loft space.
Yes, they were quite heavy, so let's hope they don't fall through. Because you know what new builds are like? They're very thin joists.
True. Yeah.
They wouldn't be able to... flimsy houses.
Big Bad Wolf would have a field day.
Absolutely. Anne Bolton says, my first boss, Ian Lucas, used to be in charge of East Preston festivals. He had ponies and all sorts of animals. I used to walk with the ponies and give rides on Littlehampton Beach in the summer. That sounds absolutely... Doesn't that sound idyllic? What's happened to this country? We don't do that anymore. You don't see the donkeys walking on the sand, depositing their great big poops on there anymore and letting children fall off headfirst into them so the parents have to wash them. Which is a shame. And
Which one are you reading?
I was going to read this one back here that Kerry Baldwin said, my neighbour couldn't understand why we have identical houses, but he pays double for gas and electric. And then he told me that it's what his thermostat was set on. So, you know, people are obviously used to living extremely warm, and it just keeps going. What were you going to read?
I can't find it out.
Is it further back? I heard that solar panels save you £200 a year. Anyone heard any different, says Ian McCagan. Don't know. Right, we'll watch another video if that's all right.
There
is.
Sean Ginley. Mortgages can be a problem if you have have panels. Really?
What do you mean
I've
mortgages can
I've
be?
never
Well,
heard-
getting a mortgage.
Yeah.
Oh, because you've got panels on it. I guess, is it what?
Oh, holes in the roof.
Holes in the roof, let the rain in.
The only reason I've got holes in my blinking roof is because I had blinking.
Yeah.
Cowboys come along and I
Most people
stupidly-
blink, though. Most people blink.
Most people
I mean,
blink.
cowboys, you know, and onions. Well,
Again,
onions don't blink. You'll
I
be all
had
right with
trade cowboys.
yeah.
Sell me some.
Duff stuff.
They're closing off the edges of the solar panels to stop the pigeons from getting in there, which needed doing. But I wish I'd paid a bit more and had someone who could probably actually do it without breaking all my tiles.
Ray of Hope says that all the donkeys are now in Westminster. Yes, there we are. We can hear them on a Wednesday at midday during Prime Minister's questions, neighing and baying, whatever it is that donkeys do. We're going to watch
Braying.
it. What?
Did you say braying?
I didn't say anything. Praying.
Braying.
Braying. Is that what
Bray,
donkeys do?
yeah.
Bray. There we are. That's Marvellous. Right, let's have a look at another video. This is, okay, a bit nervous about this, but actually I've already watched it, so we're all right. Phil and Catherine from Mersey Beat, they've got rid of that strange bloke who was in their video last time, and they've sent in something rather interesting. Very interesting, actually. I'm going to take you up towards Evesham Way, which is fascinating if you like a bit of history and large barns. Let's have a look at this. Such a lovely intro, wasn't it? I'll do it again. Have a look at this.
Let's have a look in. Hello, Richard and the lovely Julia.
Hello.
Have a guess where we are today.
It's a big space.
It's a big space. Let's show you around. What do you think of the Tithe Barn, Kath?
Oh, it's interesting. There's still quite a few pigeons roosting here.
Yeah, I noticed, yeah.
So this is where they collect all the taxes on the produce,
Yeah.
isn't it, from the local farmers and stuff.
It would be 10% of the crop. So they would have to give over 10% of the crop
their crop
to
yeah.
the lord of the manor. And that would act as a rent
Yeah.
on the land
Yes, that they were farming.
that they were farming. And they would basically pay their rent annually, and it would be stored in a nice dry barn like this.
Yeah. Because obviously they wouldn't have access to storage for their own
No.
as big as this, would they? So
So this was a communal,
it was a communal
and,
holding
and
area.
rich people, for instance like William Shakespeare, who had shares in the Tithe Barn, he would buy over shares that would pay for the upkeep of the barn and
Keep it
the
maintained,
management of the barn.
keep it dry. Yeah.
And in return, he would receive a dividend on what was sold over the year, because it would be right up to the rafters, full of food stuff
My God.
and perhaps hay for cattle, stuff like that. It would
'Cause
be
it's a-
right up to the
It's a
rafters.
huge space. I've never seen one as big as this.
It looks like a cathedral space, isn't it?
And it was actually built by Abbot John Omblesby.
And what
in
year?
1376.
1376. This was.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Again, it's off the beaten track, isn't it, Kath?
You have to really seek it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an unusual. I mean, look at those beams.
I know, they're incredible, aren't they?
Tell you what, I bet the National Trust have to check for woodworm in them.
I know, they'd have to check it often, wouldn't they?
Could you imagine that getting full of woodworm?
But look at that. That's like a Tudor cathedral, isn't it?
It is.
That roof.
Well, you've seen Tudor churches built in a
Yeah.
similar fashion.
Yeah. And you see these holes in the side here? Them holes in the side? They were scaffolding holes to put planks of wood through.
When they were building.
Also to maintain the ceiling. I hope you've enjoyed this little view of Little Middleton Tithe Barn.
Middle Littington.
Middle Littington Tithe Barn. And thanks for watching.
And it's strange to be in, isn't it?
Interesting, wasn't that nice?
Fantastic. I love a good Tithe Barn, and that was a good Tithe Barn.
We went to a Tithe Barn, didn't we, down when we did our first canal trip.
Yes. That was near...
That was a lovely place, a stone thing near the village, town, which
Right next to the
Bradford-on-Avon
canal.
it
Yes.
was.
Yes.
Just suddenly came to me. Bradford-on-Avon, we have a phone call there. But,
that one
I
reminded
was-
me a lot of it.
I was thinking that, they always say it was built by the abbot of the Ombudsman. And I just thought, what does everybody else do while this poor old abbot is there trying to put one stone on? They're just watching the abbot build it. It's like, oh, blimey. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Get off my land!
Get off my land,
Get
actually.
off
Thank
my
you.
land.
Bradford-on-Avon, the Tithe Barn.
Pardon? Say that again in English.
What's going on, mate? Can you speak speak English like we do, don't you?
Like you need to speak.
Accent like I am.
Now listen, Mike.
get
Listen,
bored,
Farmer
so
Mike.
quick.
Listen, Farmer Mike. You need to talk slower
Well,
and
you're
more
Mike.
and more.
Taking a mick, mate.
More.
You're taking a mick.
Yeah, it was taking a minute, but you need to speak slower, more clearly.
I'm a bit thick, aren't you, then, word anyway?
We are a bit thick. That's why we need you to speak more slowly and clearly.
Who be you, then?
Pardon?
Who be you?
See, I can't understand you unless you talk.
Who be you?
Oh, that's the lovely lady. Who is that next to you, Julia?
He's the host of the show. Who may I ask is calling?
Oh, well, you're the one. You're the one that runs the show, not him. You keep him under order.
Is that what it looks like? 'Cause I don't want it to.
Yeah, that's
No.
right.
No, the reins are firmly in Vobes' hands.
Hey? You hold his hand?
No, the reins are firmly in Richard's hands.
Do you want to know who I be?
Sorry?
Do you want to know who I be?
Who you be? Who do you be?
Well, I'm not you be, I'm RB.
You're RB.
Yeah, Mr. Rose have sent me a couple of emails today.
Ah, RB.
RB. I can't.
Yeah, Robert Brailsford.
Robert Brailsford. It's
Robert Brailsford.
Oh, how's it going on?
That was difficult, wasn't it, Robert? You've been leading us around the garden path, haven't you?
Why is your phone so fuzzy, Robert?
It is quite quiet.
It's It's fuzzy. Are you talking miles from it with your comedy accent?
No, I got it right in front of me.
Oh, you suddenly got clear then for a minute. Just do that again, whatever it was you did.
Well, I'm holding it right up to my mouth.
That's much better. Yeah, hold it right up to your mouth. That's where you should.
See?
Yeah, that's where you should. That's.
We can hear you now.
Yeah, you see, no point putting it
that's
down in the
all right,
kitchen and walking away and going, "Oh, hello there, it's Farmer Piles here."
We'll be out in a barn at the moment.
Yeah.
Right?
Now listen.
On a tractor.
Now listen, you're sending the lovely Julia very generously a camera. Is that right?
You don't know nothing about that. Who told you that?
Who told you that?
Oh, I'll tell you something. I had my email account hacked this morning. You haven't had a message from me that ain't from me, have you?
No, clearly not.
Well, it's in the post. My daughter's got it. She's put it in the post tomorrow.
Oh,
ever so kind.
That's very
So
kind.
grateful.
The lovely
I'm so
Julia.
excited.
So you sent me. You see, look, listen. You sent me this email this morning, which was a bit bizarre, saying you'd woken up. Hang on a minute, see if I can find this.
Yeah, I do that most mornings.
Yeah, you woken up. He says something along the line that you could present the show, that you wanted to come in and throw the camera at her. And you would come in and rant and rave on the show. Well, you're doing it on the phone, which is fine.
Well, that's right. It's easier, isn't it?
I'm just trying to find where the bloody email is now. I've answered it, but it seems...
Well, it's where your emails go, I expect.
Yeah, probably in...
You expect it is.
Straight in the bin, if you ask me.
Yeah, straight in the bin. I got the biggest bin you've ever seen.
Yes, I'm sure you have, Robert Brailsford.
I was chatting to that Trevor. I sent you a camera as well. Can you remember that little camera you had?
Yes, yes.
Well, I got one of they, but I couldn't work out how to get them going, so he sent me an old Trev.
So here we go. This is it. Good morning, Richard. I've been thinking. I know it's dangerous at 5:30, but this is what it is. If TLJ would like the camera, I could travel to Worthing on the train this Friday and book a bed and breakfast for the night. This is where I started getting a little bit, my cold hackles were sort of, cold sweat was coming up. During Friday's Vobes Show, he says, a man turns up having a right old go at you for filming his house in one of your videos without his permission. Julia orders him out of the studio, then you play a video thinking that it's him gone. When the video ends, he storms back in and throws the camera in Julia's direction, saying, "You just as well join him, but stay away from my house or I'll report him," or something along those lines. I'm not telling you how to do your job, Richard. What do you think? Cheers, Robert. What did I think? I ran out of the house in a blind panic, thinking, oh my God, we got a nutter here.
Well, I'll let you into a secret.
Yes.
I'm trying to get a job with the BBC.
Yeah, keep trying, mate.
But they said we can't have you. You're too sensible.
Yeah, you probably don't have the right politics.
What's politics?
Exactly.
Eh?
Eh?
Thing of the past. It's like history. It's a thing of the past.
Thing of the past. That's right. Nobody has politics.
Yeah.
Nobody has integrity anymore.
Ian McCagan says, Richard, you need to make a video with Robert.
Yes, clearly. Where I'm being clubbed to death by a madman with a camera. What?
I want to go on Ian's tractor and see if he's as good as mine.
Yeah, you want to go and see Ian and get on his tractor.
I got a Gert JTB with a bucket on the back.
Have you? JCB with a bucket on the back.
A bucket on the back.
Yeah, is it a little one of those B&Q orange buckets? Is it one of those little plastic ones?
No, it's one of the Gert big JCBs.
What does JCB stand for?
I don't actually.
Just big camper.
JCB.
Jolly.
Something
kind. No, cool. Bucket.
Jovial. Jim's bucket. Whatever it is. Anyway, listen.
Do you want me to tell you?
No, we don't.
Do you know? Do you know?
Well, it's surname is Bamford. I know that.
Oh, good. Paul Carl Griffin says, I don't heat the whole house, similar to Richard. When it's cold, I put extra clothes on. Thermals. We just...
The only heating I have is in the living room.
Yeah.
And there's a heater in our hallway, which got to be on all the time.
Right.
Because it monitors people that have their heating turn on automatically. But I just turn it on and off when I'm cold. I mean, I don't believe in putting the heating on when I'm not home.
Exactly. I mean, who does that? These stupid people who've got these apps and they're on a train 400 miles away thinking, I'll just warm up the house whilst I'm not here. Ding!
It's like you don't heat the rest up till we get...
What was that?
I don't know. That's the meter going round.
Oh, right,
that's the electric meter going round.
Surely it's going tick, 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 tick that way. Tick, tick, tick.
If you've got a meter like me that came out the ark, it looks like a piece of vinyl.
I don't know.
You know, on a turntable, and it goes round like this, and you expect a needle to drop down on it any second, and it to go something like.
I had a £200 rebate for my.
Oh, hello.
Company.
You got £200 rebate? Oh, lovely.
Hello.
Hello. Sadly, we can. Yes.
John Cyril Bamford.
John Cyril Bamford.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
I told you.
Do you remember Cyril Smith?
Thank you, Raven.
You'd need John Cyril Bamford to
Come
lift
from
up
Rotten
Cyril
now, he's
Smith.
not
wouldn't
sensitive.
you?
He's
What?
not
Will you keep
sensitive.
quiet? I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to do a funny joke then. For goodness sake, I don't know.
The first time, man.
Got to go, Robert. Lovely to talk to you.
All right. Cheerio, then.
Take care.
lovely.
Thank you very much for sending the camera to the lovely Julia. She will make a video and we'll bung it on the show. Yeah, bye. Bye-bye. Ah, blimey. Right, that was Robert Brailsford. By the way, Robert, a big thank you because Robert bought us this. You can't see it now. Oh, it's not in this room.
not even here.
I was going to point to it. The lovely
red
gas,
fire
the red
heater.
gas thing. We owe Robert a big round of applause for that.
Fire heater. Does it heat the fire?
It heats the fire. Yeah, Joseph Cyril Bamford. That's
Thought it was John.
Oh, is it John? Make your mind up. Politics is what a parrot gets when it swallows a watch poly ticks. Ticks, says Brian Jeffries. Thanks for that. We got one last video, then we must go. And this is from Terry B. We've already seen Terry B once in the show, but he said, and nobody is, he said, but if you're curious about the shelter that I live in, this is what it is. I want to know, I'm not curious about the shelter, I want to know what's that mysterious noise that goes on in this weird old place of his. Have a look at this. No idea. No
That was
idea.
a house.
That was a house. That was somebody's house. That was
a
Terry.
living abode.
Terry Banton's house. He wondered if people were curious about it. I'm curious about what that weird noise is that's in there. And
Likewise, Ian McCagan says road sweeper or Hoover.
Yeah. To me, it was like the POV point of view of a stalker sneaking in, or a murderer, you know, stepping about, heavy breathing, weird sound effects. Nick Slater says, I used to like tractors, but now I'm an ex-tractor fan. But I'm Tish. And Kerry Baldwin is mowing the lawn. Good for you, Kerry. I'm so pleased to know that. And a bit generic, says David Fad. I'm not quite sure.
It's the fan in the bathroom, says Ian McCagan.
Ah, is that what it is? Yeah, people often forget to listen with their ear bulbs. When you film, just have a listen, because sometimes you don't realise the sounds that you just take for granted and forget are there, but the microphone picks them up and sometimes can amplify them.
But sometimes in internal bathrooms where they're not on an external wall, they have an extractor fan which comes on automatically when you turn the light on.
Yes, or you've done a great big poo.
Anyway.
I'm just saying, if you do, if you're in a hotel and you go in and you do a great big poo and it does this it's in the middle of the night, it's most awkward. There's no other sound other than suddenly that bloody extractor fan in the toilet extracting the oof of your you-know-which. And it goes on for, like 20 minutes, and you're lying there trying to get back to sleep, and it's... And you're going, oh, for God's sake, whose idea was that? Why not just stick a window that you can open to get rid of it? Or give you a little plastic bag so you can into it and throw it out the window at some poor passing late night reveller. That's what I used to do. Put it on and walk away. Rinse the next day, says Sean Ginley. There we go. Kerry Baldwin's laughing her socks off. Excellent. That's what we like. That's it. Thank you so much for the phone calls.
Folks.
Thanks to the lovely Julia for coming in, to Sean for doing the whatever he does, and to
Judith, who's probably back there somewhere.
Hiding. And Rachel TS says, was it a UFO in the background? It was actually the footage sent in by a Martian visiting Earth for the first time, with his UFO hovering above Terry Banton's house. So there. Ian McCragan says, no Jimmy Riddling. Oh, sorry. In his field. Either is appropriate depending on what kind of person you are. Anyway, great show, says David Barker. That's very kind. Dave Baker, in fact. Even two different people from the same gene pool. Anyway, lovely to have met you. Thanks for coming in. We'll be back on Friday. And that's it. Don't forget, if you're missing the Bald Explorer, you can, of course, join the new membership area. Got to say that.
Lots of treats and tidbits in there for you.
Yeah, you see the lovely Julia flying a drone, and you'll see both of us waving a flag. Oh, it's so thrilling. And worth every last cent you've got. In the meantime, give us a thumbs up. You can always do a big thank you on a super chat for this show if you want to keep supporting the show and make it all possible that we come and talk inanely to you at the end of the week. Till then, take care, look after yourself,
and enjoy your week. Hope it's a good one.
And whatever you do, protect your potatoes on an allotment. There's a lot of thieves about. Goodbye.
Bye.